What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along today. Champions League Tuesdays are back, people, and you know what? After watching that Arsenal performance last night, I think I need to watch some decent football just to get over it, people. Manchester City against Atletico Madrid, Pep Guardiola against Diego Simeone, and hopefully we get a decent game, man, and a few goals. I know sometimes with Atletico, man, they can be a little bit defensive-minded and a little bit negative, but hopefully we'll get goals in this one. Big up to everyone in the chat. Hope you're well. Buenos Aires, Guna, bless up to the community. Lick down that like button on your way in. Pep v Simeone, fierce attack versus hard disciplined defense. Should be a good one. SB said, big up Curtis, realest one, been watching you since your first day of TV interview. Big up yourself, SB. Appreciate the support. Big up Doogie83. Should have done the Nunes stream, I know, man, but you know what, man, I just weren't sure that game was going to be the one, but hey, we'll keep an eye on both games anyway, you know. MD said, Champions League night, baby. Big up to this amazing community. C-Unit, C-Unit, or should I say C-section? Yeah, man, a certain Gabriel. If you watched Arsenal Therapy earlier, then you know what happened, people. Warmer Water said, I'm just watching for fun. Big up yourself, people. Big up yourself, Warmer Water. CS said, yo, love Big C's watch-alongs. My favourite was the midnight Jamaican stream, the Man City bold-headed fraud stream, and last night's Turn It Off stream. Man, Arsenal, man, they do something to you, man. It's serious, let me tell you. Prediction 0-0. I hope you're wrong, man. I hope you're wrong. We don't want to see that. Big up M Smiley. Big up MD who said big up Curtly. And Ketia's phone bill. I tried to salvage a point yesterday. Please put some respect. Alan, I hope you're well, said, I heard the music. I feel like crying. Could already see Son down the wing with the music on. Man, is it Europa League settings, man? I don't know. Let's not panic. That's what I'm trying to believe now. Anyway, big up Craig. Hope you're well. He said, Curtis, big up, bro. Hope you're well. Craig, hope everything's good. McLovin, hey, I'm covering your team tonight. I'm hoping to see some excitement, man. Big up McLovin, man. A little bit of relief from the Arsenal madness, ain't that the truth? Let me slow it down. Even tonight, people, the comments flying in. Big up to each and every one of you for tuning in. Let me put Granite Xhaka mode on, which means I'll probably 2-foot you through the screen. But it's all good. Sonny said, tuned in early for once. I was like, let's see if Big C is online. He gives me joke. Hope you're all good, bro. I'm good, man. I'm still trying to get over that madness that I watched last night. So Champions League football will probably be a welcome relief from what we've been watching. Anti-Russ, been here since 4K subs. Big up your damn self for the support. Naz AFC, big up Curtis, ain't commented but been rocking with you for years. I appreciate it, man. It's crazy how many people watch but just stay in the background, don't say anything, and I get it. I respect it. Jay said, big up Big C. Would you rather lose in the round of 16 in the Champions League or win the Europa League? No brainer, you got to win the Europa League, ain't you? Trophies, that's what you remember when you're older. So you're trying to dress it up to me, Jay, that we can win the Europa League. We can't win the Champions League, so is it better for us to be in the Europa League? I see what you're doing here, Jay. I see what you're doing. It makes sense, but hey, it is what it is, man. Big up Cody, mystified me. Reach, hey, big up your damn self. Winchester, bless up, sure. Hopefully top 4 could happen like Europa League. God damn it, Arsenal. Oh, man. Shola Daniel said, welcome back, my boss. Big C unit. Eros, C-section. You all biting my lines. I want 10%. Hey, did you go with it first? Apologies, man. 10%, man. Hit me up, man. I got you, bro. Clement, hope you're well, bro. Said, afternoon, C-Unit and the nation. I have a 2-1 Man City win. You know what? I got so caught up in the comments. I haven't even put the teams up yet. Do you think Simeone is the new Jose? No, Jose was better than him, in my opinion. That brother won way more, although he had better teams, really, to work with. Kanyeli said, big up Kurt, Mr. Therapy, but I'm back. Good to have you in here. Omar, you recovered from... Bro, I won't recover from that Arsenal performance until we win the next game. It's been a hectic 12, 14 hours for Arsenal, man. Even longer, actually. 24 hours nearly. We get beat 3-0 to Palace. Then we find out today Kieran Tierney's out for the season. So it's been a hectic 24 hours, man. Let me tell you. Big up Liam who said, evening Curtis, evening all. Amrudi said, Curtis, I'm in Seattle. Don't get to catch you live much. Big up the community. I'm definitely going to start doing the odd evening stream because I realise that a lot of people struggle to tune in different parts of the world. And, you know, maybe you're at work, you're in college, university, whatever. MD, yeah, the old graphics, man. I only bring the graphics out for Arsenal, I can't lie. Eventually, I'll do it for all games, though. Faye said could have been a Manchester derby. If United would have beat Atletico, they could have been playing Man City tonight. What a game that could have been. Curtis, do we need a new left-back in the summer? I would say yes. Number one, Tierney's injury-prone. And number two, Tavares ain't good enough, you know. Let me get the teams. Let me get the teams up for you people, and then we get the score predictions in and all of that. So let's start off with Manchester City, the home team. Obviously, the big miss for them is Ruben Diaz. He's out injured. He's out for a couple of weeks. But they got Edison in goal. John Stones and Laporte at centre-back. And the way I've seen it listed, they've got Nathan Ake at left-back with Cancelo at right-back. I believe Nathan Ake can play at left back, and he has played there a few times for Holland as well. So he can play there. He is capable of playing there, but certainly not his best position. Then in midfield, you got Rodri, Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva with Riyad Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, and Raheem Sterling. I mean, they've just got quality falling out their pockets, haven't they? No striker, but they still don't struggle to score goals. On the bench, Stefan, Carson, Jesus, Grealish, who's now sponsored by Gucci Gang business people, Zinchenko, Fernandinho, Foden, Egan Riley, and Mbete. Good to see youngsters getting an opportunity on the bench for Manchester City now. No Phil Foden in the squad. Alex, we're doing the member stream now on Thursday. Apologies to anybody that was expecting it tomorrow. Got a real hectic day tomorrow. Tomorrow, doing Talk is Cheap in the morning, AFTV. In the afternoon, I'll be doing my Arsenal stream around 2:30. And then we'll be doing the watch-along for Chelsea against Real Madrid. I just thought, rather than me doing some half-hearted member stream where I'm tired, we'll do it on Thursday. Much quieter day. We'll do it at 4:30 on Thursday, people. So any members in the chat, 4:30 on Thursday, member stream. We're going to have a lot to talk about with what's going off with Arsenal. So there is the Manchester City team. Big up Guna Gossip TV. I hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. Faye said this is going to be a cakewalk for City. Atletico wasn't good enough against United. Abby said, watching Arsene Wenger Invincible, don't feel like switching to the match. I've watched that documentary. It is good. I wish they'd gone a little bit more into certain transfers and things like that, though. Gucci Gang Grealish, man. The calf merchant gets a Gucci sponsor. Cello said, stress-free watch-along. Bruv, I enjoy these watch-alongs because I just lay back and relax. I'm not anxious. When I watch the Arsenal watch-alongs, I feel like I've been in the gym for 2 hours. I'm stressed. Here's the Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid team. Yano Black in goal. Back five, Renan Lodi, Ronaldo, Felipe, Savic, and Vasalico. I think Savic used to play for Man City. The midfield three, Marcus Llorente, Kondogbia, a number of years was linked with Arsenal. Koke, who's the captain. And the front two, Antoine Griezmann and João Felix, of course. A lot of Arsenal fans been hyping up, can we get João Felix, blah, blah, blah. I think there's no chance of that. I saw a report the other day that apparently he's very happy with life in Madrid now. I think he's settled in a little bit more. So expecting him to probably stay. Listen, one thing I do like about Atletico, and I'm not their biggest fan, to be honest, but I think it's nice to see somebody play with two strikers. It's something we don't see in football anymore. Something that I grew up as a striker. I loved playing in a front two because usually the other striker did my dirty work while I started sweeping up. But I do think it's nice to see a front two at a big club. But, you know, at times they make it look very defensive. On the bench for Atletico, they've got Lecomte, Christian, Was, Hermoso, Ibra, Rodrigo de Paul, Thomas Lemar, Serrano, Luis Suarez, Correa, and Cunha. Obviously, Lemar, we once famously offered £90 million for him on deadline day. That offer, I believe, was never real, in my opinion. And Luis Suarez, who can forget a 40 million and a pound? What do they famously say? What are they smoking over there at the Emirates? If you look at our recent business, I think they still could be smoking on that pack. I can't lie, people. Yeah, Savage is a City goat. Stefan Savage, is it, or something? Guna Gossip, big up yourself. I always love these watch-alongs, so chilled and no stress. I'm a different guy, you know, when I do these watch-alongs. I'd like to believe I'm just a chilled, laid-back character. We can have conversation, a chat, a debate, and a little fun, everyone. But when it's Arsenal, I don't know what happens to me, people. I don't know what happens. I don't think it's good for people to watch Arsenal. I'm telling you, Arsenal should come with a health warning, man. We've got to be one of the most difficult teams in world football to be a fan of. You know, they lift you up and build your hopes up and then just drop you from the ceiling. You know, it's crazy, people. Give me your score predictions. You've seen the two teams. I'm going to go for 2. Are Atletico going to score? They don't really attack, do they? I'm going to go for 2-0 to Manchester City, people. I'm going to go for 2-0 Man City. I think City will beat them. I'm going to go for 2-0 to Man City. I think 2-0 to City. Give me your score predictions. Matt, hope you're well, man. He said, Curtis, big up my G from Toronto. Been a minute. Hope you're good. See, it's good when I do these games in the evening because I see a lot of the names that I don't see in the daytime streams, man. Big up Mexican Gunu said, big up Curtis, stay on your grind. Hey, respect, bro. McLovin said 3-1 to City, inshallah. CS said 3-0. Cello saying 2-1 City. Nuno Tavares says 3-1. Winchester 2-1 City. Chris 2-1. 3-1, 3-1. We're underway, people. Stress-free watch-along settings, man. Lay back and enjoy my damn self. It's been a long 24 hours for the Gooners, man. Let me tell you. Bad enough we got beat 3-0. Now Tierney's out for the season. It's all mad. And we're currently waiting to find out how long Thomas Partey's out for. It's all mad, people. Hey, big up Penalty Spot, big up Curtis and the community. MTG said there's more in this watch along than fans in the City Stadium. Don't do that to him, man. Don't do that. Faye said 3-0 to City. Guna Gossip, do you think we will bounce back from yesterday's defeat? We've got a lot of injuries now, which is concerning. I think we're very fortunate that we're playing Brighton at home this weekend. I think Brighton have won 1 in their last 7, 4 draws and 4 defeats and 1 draw in their last 5. I think we'll beat Brighton on Saturday, which, you know, we could say is a bounce back. Tottenham go to Aston Villa, 5:30 kickoff on Saturday. I think that could be a tricky one for Tottenham, even though they're probably favourites due to their form. Villa are due a performance. So, yeah, I think this weekend things will look a little bit better. If Thomas Partey's injury is bad, I think I'll be seriously panicking, man, because with no real backup left back of high quality and Partey, that could be a major problem. But I think we'll win over the weekend. In my opinion, but is it going to be enough for top 4? Time will tell. I'm a little bit worried. Cody Mystified said 2-1 Atletico. He's going for an upset. Craig Hamill said 3-2 to Man City, and Bam Bam's going for 1-0 Atletico. Winchester said we will need 2 fullbacks. Yeah, because I mean you got to look at Tomiyasu's had a good season, but he's been injured now for 2 or 3 months, really. He was injured in January, came back, injured again. So in his first season, he's missed 3 months already, which shows that maybe physically he hasn't dealt with the Premier League as well. At right back, you don't want Cedric playing as much football as he's played this season, really. And then you look at left back, Tierney gets injured every season by the look of it. And Nuno Tavares is not good enough. So I think we're going to need potentially a right back and left back, as well as, in my opinion, 2 centre midfielders and maybe 2 strikers. We're going to have a lot of business to do in the summer. Breaking the Wang said, Curtis, goated YouTuber. Hey, big up, man. We got a goated community, man. Simple as that. You lot are the best. Jake said, Curtis, if Arsenal get 8th, I will be so happy. Arteta in. Yeah, listen, man. 8th, I can't deal with. That's 888 sports, man. 888, you know. I don't want that. 8th is no Europe, actually. No, we can't have that. We'll get top 6, but I want top 4 people. Have I got greedy? I don't know. I think realistically we should. The way that Tottenham and United season have gone. Atletico on the attack. Great tackle by Nathan Ake. And I think he's gone out for a goal kick. It's a good little foot race there. It was a great tackle. Lamptey and Mitchell as wing-backs. I remember when we were being linked with Tyreek Mitchell. He was fantastic yesterday. He really was. Mike said Balance Shaw TV. I like that one, you know. Balance Shaw. I might have to use that. Don't worry, I'll drop you a percentage, man. That's a good one. Balance Shaw. Hey, Twitch soon land, man. You know what? I might go on. You know what? Just because I've said it for so long, maybe we do Chelsea Madrid on Twitch tomorrow. Because RG's saying Curtis' Twitch debut is like the Tomiyasu injury. Maybe we do Chelsea against Real Madrid as the Twitch debut tomorrow, just to get things going over there. Once I start, I won't stop. So maybe we do it on there tomorrow. Curtis, who is a better goalkeeper, Edison or Oblak? I would say all-round game, Oblak is better. I think Edison is the best keeper in the world with his feet, with the ball at his feet. His distribution and that is on another planet. But I would say Oblak is a little bit better than him. Personally, I would say, yeah, I'd say Oblak's a bit better than him. Although he conceded an awful goal against United in the first game. Clip it, Curtis said it. Yeah, we might just get going over there tomorrow, man. Twitch settings. See, you can stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, but a lot of people I've spoken to have said, listen, people will just watch you on YouTube if you're on both platforms, unless you've got a huge amount of people on Twitch and YouTube. So I think it will be counterproductive. I just think the Twitch numbers would be so low. I'm not sure if it makes sense to do that. I might try it on one of the streams this week just to see if it makes any difference. Arsenal to win the... Nah. Man said Conference League, you know. Big C boxing commentary debut is like Jack Wilshere's return. Hey, it's going to be big, people. It's going to be big, you know. Matt said, Curtis, what's your thoughts to the World Cup draw? Watch out for Canada. Yeah, listen, Canada, man, I think they've done great to qualify. Seen them against Jamaica this year, and they're good, man. They are decent. I can't even lie, people. Sammy said, Curtis, I don't believe you. All right, we'll do it tomorrow. Twitch. We'll do it tomorrow. Twitch going to start tomorrow. Chelsea, Real Madrid. Let's start with a Champions League game. Worst case scenario, I'll just stream on both of them. Yeah. Worst case, just so we're underway. The only thing is, I feel like if I stream on both, I'll get so low numbers on Twitch, you know. Right, yours said keep the watch-alongs on YouTube. Peely, big up yourself for becoming a member. Appreciate the support. Like I said, member stream will be on Thursday, 4:30, people. Chopper's saying Oblak's fell off. Do you know, I haven't seen much of him this season, so maybe his level is not quite the same. We got bumped by signing Tierney. I mean, he's a good player, but he gets injured too much, in my opinion. TP123, top 6 doesn't guarantee Europa if either or both of Leicester and West Ham win the European tournaments. It's interesting that. I don't think West Ham will win the Europa League. I think Barcelona will win it. But Leicester probably got a chance in the Conference League. I'm not too sure who else is in there, but they got to be one of the best teams in there. Twitch debut is like Arteta achieving top 4. What are you saying? Never gonna happen. Trust me, I'll be on Twitch before Arteta gets in the top 4 permanently. That is for sure. YouTube is home. Twitch can go sleep. De Bruyne free kick to Man City, flicked on, and goes out for a throw-in. Jake said we have to have a big transfer window, otherwise we're finishing 10th. There's a bigger chance I see Bigfoot than Curtis streaming on Twitch. Yo, we're kicking off tomorrow, and we're kicking off. Sports Genius said, Big C, look at the speed of this game. Arsenal are not at that level. Listen, we'd have to spend 200 million in the summer just to compete and get out the groups. You know, simple as that. The level's gone up, man. The level is very good. Adam said Sterling would be good at Arsenal. Listen, I said it. A lot of people were saying they didn't want him. A lot of people were saying they wouldn't take him at Arsenal. We'd be lucky to get him at Arsenal. I can't lie. Jack Grealish goal incoming. He's on the bench, bro. Noble said, Curtis, please do watch-alongs on YouTube since Twitch doesn't let me line up with your streams with my delay. Listen, like I said, I don't want to take away from the YouTube community to add to Twitch. Twitch is just, it's the dessert at the end of your, you've had your dinner. You think, oh, could do with a little dessert afterwards. That's all Twitch is. It's just an addition, Throwing down by the corner flag, Simeone and Pep on the touchline. Faye said Rashford is better than Sterling. Take him. Man United fans seem to want him out now, man. Mike said next year is very difficult, Big C, if we don't get our backup straight and just cash in on a lot of positions. As I was saying today, man, and as you can imagine, I've had a lot of debate on social media since we lost for a few things that I've said, but I stand by them. I believe next year will be more difficult to get top four than this year because it's not often that Tottenham and Man United have to sack their manager in the first half of the season. And Man United are all over the place in terms of chemistry. They've got good individuals, but not as a collective. Tottenham have been all over the place. Nuno never clicked. Antonio Conte was talking about going a couple of months ago, and we still haven't been able. We've got the most settled squad, the most settled manager. We spent the most money in the summer. So I expect us to finish above those two, even though at the start of the season, I wouldn't have put us above Manchester United. Sport is about capitalising. When you run in that 100-metre race, if everyone runs well, Usain Bolt will win the gold medal because he's quicker. But if Bolt pulls his hamstring, then I expect the guy in lane 6 or something to get a medal, And that's how I look at Arsenal. We weren't expected to get fourth, but the people we expected to get fourth, they've pulled their hamstring. They're not at it. So we should capitalise, And I'm not being funny. Tottenham are no world beaters, Kane and all them. So it is what it is, people. But we'll see. There's a long way to go. Like I said at the end of the stream, even though I had a bit of a meltdown after that defeat, it's not the end of the world. But we have to find a way to score goals, people. That's my biggest concern. How do you get fourth place with a striker that doesn't shoot? He comes out of games with having no shot on goal. So it is what it is. MTG said facts 100. Vishal said, can Conte affect guide Spurs to top four? If they get fourth, the difference will be Kane and Son and Antonio Conte. 2 goal scorers and an elite manager. Their team is nothing special. That will be the difference. Goal scorers and the manager. And a lady said, you're mastering YouTube steadily. Twitch is better for other people. We're just going to add it too. But like I said, we'll see. We'll pick and choose. Yeah, keep us updated, Anthony, with the Darwin Núñez. Ball whipped into City, back post. Sterling keeps it in. Conte is the big difference. Here's Sterling. Bernardo Silva whips into the back post, headed away. Kevin De Bruyne deflected, goes out for a corner to City. Darwin doing magic v Liverpool. Let's take him. We got rid of our goal scorer. You're right, Adam. And as I said, letting Aubameyang go is cool, but not replacing him is not cool. That's the only way I can describe it. When you let big players go, they have to be replaced, man. Big C, Bentancur and Kulusevski has made a big difference, especially Kulusevski. He's done well for them. He's given something they didn't really have on that right-hand side. He looks after the ball. He's got a bit more end product. We were linked with him at one stage. Curtis, would you take De Paul and Cunha from Atleti? Would be masterclass signings. That De Paul, I think a few people were linked with him in the summer, including Arsenal at one stage. I do like him. Cunha's all right as well. But De Paul, I thought, was very good. I don't know how he's done, really, at Atletico. I know he's rated highly in Italy. RSPB Gaming, it hasn't just cost us this season, it's cost us future seasons. No one is going to want to join a team that can't even get top 4 in one of their best seasons in the last 5 years. You have to capitalise in sport, people. That's the difference. That is what elite sport is about. When other people don't show up, you take their spot. But hey, here's what it is. It's Sterling. He's got about 4 players on him. He's done well. He's been fouled. Ref says get up. Now Bernardo Silva goes down. City appeal for a penalty. Referee gives a corner. Ice Lolly said, Curtis, you know why Julian had 2 black eyes? What I was told was that he's had some sort of surgery. around his face. I know a lot of people were joking and saying his opinion was so bad that someone's Will Smithed him and left him with a black eye, but I believe he's had some sort of surgery, so that's why he had the black eyes and stuff. But yeah, some of his opinions were wild. The community got the match wrong, just like Arsenal. Is the Liverpool game? You know what? If this game's a stinker, mate, half time we'll get out of there. Don't you worry about that. You know, we don't mess about it. If this game stinks out the place, we'll catch a quick flight to Portugal and do a Darwin Núñez watch. That's for sure. So don't worry about that. Yeah, that can happen with surgery. That's what I was told. Watched Lacaz's 28 league goals in 16-17 earlier. Worse pen merchant than Pepe. Bro, he's the way he's playing right now, he probably wouldn't shoot from a penalty. He'd probably pass it backwards or tackle the ball. Curtis, the problem is the squad is incredibly thin. Arteta hasn't bought different types of players. Good teams have players that offer different solutions. And as I said, he created this squad. And that's where my issue is. You let 6 players go in January and brought nobody in. I think that was absolutely ludicrous, you know. And I'm not talking about the Atlanta rapper, you know. You can't leave yourself short. If anything, you have a few players too many rather than leaving yourself without. So you look at the bench the last 10, 11 games for Arsenal. It's been dreadful. Anthony said the Benfica game is the one. Told you days ago, Big C. Knew Atleti would likely stink the gaff out in Manchester. Simeone settings. Yeah, you could be right, man. I'm hoping a goal will open the game up. Smooth One J said, blessings, Big C. Big up to you. I've seen Darwin Núñez make more runs in these 10 minutes than Lacazette has done all season. You lot are gassing me. I'm just going to quickly turn over and have a look. I'm going to leave it on for a minute. Oh, Salah's playing, right? I thought they said Salah wasn't playing. Trent's playing as well. Darwin Núñez, yeah. He's offside there. Liverpool offside. I'll come back to it. We'll see how the game's going. Max said, Curtis, I'm shocked how Conte transformed Spurs. I thought Spurs are incurable. It's mad, innit, man? Listen, I always say, people, that you look at Liverpool. Under Brendan Rodgers, they had a very exciting team. You know, their attack at times was unbelievable. Sterling, Suarez, and Sturridge. I remember them battering us at Anfield. I think Arteta played in that game. I think it was 5-1. And they couldn't win the title. Coutinho, Gerrard. The thing that changed everything at Liverpool was that elite managerial appointment. You can have very good teams, but you need that manager. You know, and I know Kevin Campbell always says it's the players, but it's the manager as well. Klopp was the turning point for Liverpool. Because if you give an elite manager good players, big things happen. If you give an average manager big players, they'll fumble the bag somehow because they're not elite managers. And this is why I always say with Arsenal, although Arteta's improved us, not as much as I think he might reach a point where he can't take us any further. And you've got to try and get a better manager. Now, I know people don't want to hear that. And if he gets top 4, I take all that back. Give him more time because he deserves it if he gets us top 4. But if he doesn't, how long does it take to get top 4? This is his 3rd season. I would have never imagined after Emery finishing 5th and Arteta comes in after the next half of the next season, it would have taken 3 years and we're still not in the Champions League. After spending 250 as well. So, I don't know. You know, time will tell, people. Time will tell. Sports Genius said, Big C, if you come to LA, you're going to fall in love with that Rams Stadium. It's insane. Listen, I'm hoping they announce this tour very soon. And we can get over there. I've got my LA hat on right now, actually. Is this actually a LA Rams hat? Because that's a bit outrageous, isn't it? I always like LA and New York hats. But, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I hope I can get over there, man, and meet some of the American Gooners as well, if the tour happens this summer. He's going to be here till 2026. It wouldn't surprise me at this rate. Oh, it's Dodgers, right? Fair enough. Never-ending process. It feels like that. Kanyeli said, we appointed a manager on work experience. Kanate just bodied Nunes. That Kanate's a player, man. He's a proper centre-back, man. Beast. A lot of people say he's better than Upamecano. Nick said Arsenal don't have a good team, though. They're bang average. And that could be the problem. Team's not as good as a lot of people think. Manager's not as good as a lot of people think. So ultimately, we'll fall short. You realise how good a team is, right, when the pressure is put on. People saying Liverpool just scored. Let me turn over quick. Kanate, bullet header, unmarked, shocking defending that. Robertson with the cross. Kanate, 6 yards out. Terrible defending. 1-0 to Liverpool. Big up Anthony for keeping us informed. 1-0 to Liverpool. I think Liverpool will win that 2 or 3-0 tonight. Noble said, see you here in LA when it's hopefully announced. I can't wait. I really hope it happens, man. Could do with a nice trip to LA and, you know. Can we get Simeone? Simeone, I think he said many times, he's got no real interest in playing, managing in the Prem. I saw an interview where he was saying he wants to go to Inter Milan or Lazio, I think he said, when he leaves Atletico. Miles said, Curtis, Twitter will have you believe Odegaard is a top 5 young player in the league. Twitter is a different place, man. It really is. It's different. Tayab said, yo, Big C, Abu Kanate is mashing up your boy Darwin Núñez. He needs that hard food. Kanate's a beast, man. Big guy, strong as well. So we'll have to see. Keep me updated. Darwin Núñez watch, people. Winchester said, would you take Patrick for the Arsenal job? Listen, I try and go for the elite manager, but I wouldn't just turn my nose up at him. I think he's doing a good job. Plays good football as well. Max said, Curtis, I'm not going to lie, this Arsenal team will do better in the Europa League than the Champions League. Listen, if Arsenal got in the Champions League this season, we wouldn't do anything in the Champions League next year. At the most, we'd get through the group, possibly, if we didn't get a difficult group. Maybe we get through one knockout stage if we get lucky with the draw. You know, we'd be out by the last 16 probably. So I don't expect Arsenal to do anything in the Champions League. It's more a case of it puts us back on that pedestal. Maybe we can attract a certain level of player that we couldn't attract if we was in the Europa League. Now, sometimes you can get big players when you're in the Europa League. You know, we got Aubameyang, we got Partey while being in the Europa League. But there are certain players that will put us down the pecking order. They'll say, all right, these two clubs have got Champions League and you haven't. So I'll only join you if A, B and whatever doesn't work out and you're one of my last picks. So, yeah, listen, if we go Europa League, we've got a chance of winning it, in all fairness. But if we go Champions League, we're just the also-rans. So, but I think Arsenal fans have had enough of being in the Europa League. But as I had today on Arsenal Therapy, people, I had the Europa League background. And that's where we're at right now. You know, that's where we're at. Which elite manager? Listen, it'll be difficult, FaZe. And I got to be honest, we might not be able to get an elite manager. Let me not cap. We might not be able to get an elite manager, but I'm talking about a manager that I believe is better than the manager we've got. You know, Gundogan shoots, goes over. I'm just talking about a manager that's better than what we've got. You know, I think Mancini would be a good manager. Would he leave now that Italy haven't qualified for the World Cup? Luis Enrique's talking about leaving. Ten Hag is a very good manager. Obviously, Man United may go for Ten Hag. They may go for Poch. If they went for Poch, Ten Hag would be available. Zidane's out of work. I expect Zidane to go to PSG, though, so I don't think that one will happen. There are managers. There will be managers who will leave in the summer as well. You know, managers will get sacked and things like that. So you never know, people. You never know. I don't think it would be impossible. RD1. We've missed out on so many managers since Wenger left. Bro, Allegri was out of work for over a year. Conte, over a year. You know, I think Conte would have been a good manager at Arsenal. But here's what it is. Don't forget Spurs usually bottles it, so we are still in it. Yeah, of course we got a chance. We may have to beat them. You know, we may have to beat them at their stadium. Here's João Felix in the penalty area, tackled by Cancelo, who keeps it in and does really well there. Goes past Griezmann. He's so calm on the ball, Cancelo. And then he gives it away, just as I said that. Big C, when we attracted Aubameyang, we were only out the Champions League for one season. Now players will look at us and say we're not getting back, much less stay in the Champions League. And that's a good point. You know, Aubameyang joined us within 6 months of us coming out of the competition. So Aubameyang, they would have sold it to him that, listen, we've dropped out the Champions League, but we'll be back there in 12 months. So don't panic. You know, where now, let's be real, if you're a potential signing, you're looking at Arsenal as you're not a Champions League club anymore. We're only that on history, not on recent history. That is for damn sure. So you make a good point. The Nice manager that won the league is that Gaultier. I think he left, didn't he? And went to... Oh, yeah, he left Lille and went to Nice. You're right. Yeah, Gaultier. I'm not sure how good a time he's doing this season. We missed out on a lot of managers. You're right. While Wenger was there, you know, there were rumours that Pep wanted the job at one stage and we didn't give it him. So... you know, it's our own fault, really, isn't it? Lucas said, I reckon if Allegri was to proceed, Wenger, Arsenal would still be a force to be reckoned with. Chris said Ten Hag would be great. Man loves working with the youth, plays good football, you know, could bring a couple players from Ajax, players like that Anthony who plays for them. Gravenberch, I think he's on his way to Bayern. So, yeah, it's Kevin De Bruyne. I tell you what, at the moment... every time Man City get the ball, Atletico just swarm them. Spurs do still have Liverpool. Liverpool away and Arsenal at home. That is their 2 games out of what you would call the original, you know, Big Six. Bring in Big Sam and just park the bus. Oh, man. Penalty Spot said, Kroenkes will not sack Arteta end of the season, regardless of where we finish. He will get a minimum 1 more year to make his process work. Listen, I believe the Arteta contract is agreed. It's been written up, and it's probably sitting in a drawer at London Colney, and they're just waiting for him to sign it. I reckon when he went to America, when we all thought he was going there to get his money, to go and sign as a striker, I think they agreed that contract. As long as he gets top 6, they will say the process is working. We're back in Europe. That's 15, 20 million back into the club. And as I said the other day, people, I don't think the Kroenkes even want Champions League football. I know a lot of people think that's crazy. Why would they not want Champions League football? Champions League football, even though you earn money from the TV rights, this squad would be embarrassed in the Champions League, which would force the Kroenkes to spend big money. And Champions League would enable us to buy bigger players. And I'm not sure the Kroenkes really want to do that, if I'm being totally honest. And I know a lot of you will say, well, he spent 150 million in the summer. 100 million was a loan, and 50 million was money that the club earned through sponsorship deals. So he really didn't spend anything in the summer. So I think the Kroenkes would absolutely love Arsenal to finish 5th or 6th. The PR would be that that's an improvement on 8th. The fans would lap that up. We'd spend 100 million and we'd go for the Europa League. Vegas Gunner, appreciate the super chat, said finishing 4th was always a big ask, but by not adding a striker and midfielder in January, it may cost us 5th or 6th. Listen, we all knew, every man and his dog knew, and every woman, that Arsenal needed a midfielder in January. Granit Xhaka was injured for a couple of months. Partey and El Neni were going AFCON. We needed a midfielder. We let Ainsley Maitland-Niles leave on loan. They knew AFCON from the start of the season. And Edu and Arteta, between them, couldn't get us a half-decent midfielder in, right? Shambles, first of all. January was a disaster of a month as well, right? We scored 1 goal all month in the 2-1 defeat to Man City. You knew from the end of November / start of December that Aubameyang was done at the club, right? Didn't pick him for any squad, made him train alone. You knew you was going to try and get rid of him in January. Why did you not buy a striker? If they'd have got a midfielder and a striker and we didn't finish 4th, I would have turned around and said, you know what? You tried your best. What was needed in January, you got it for us, but it just wasn't quite good enough. I would give the manager and Edu far more credit if that happened, because you recognise what we needed and you adjusted it and you got them players in. It just didn't quite happen. But to sit there for the whole of January and do absolutely nothing, knowing what you knew, is an absolute shambles. They didn't even get one of them. Not even like they got the midfielder but couldn't quite get the striker. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable they didn't sign one player in January and we let 6 go. Now, don't get me wrong, out of them 6 who left, apart from Aubameyang, none of them were anything really special. But we lost numbers. We lost squad players, depth in the squad. Ainsley on the bench would be half decent now as a squad option, So I don't know, people. I don't know. Big up Vegas Gunner, though. ADT said Arthur Melo. I mean, according to reports, we had a deal done for him. But I think it was an 18-month loan and Arsenal didn't want to do it. So I'm sure he could have helped us at this point. At this point, why would Saliba want to come back? It's a good question. Is he going to want to come back? Marseille is second in the French league. They'll be in the Champions League. Big club in the French league. Fanatical fan base that love him. Players love him. Manager loves him. He's in the French squad. Only reason he would stay at Arsenal would be, number one, if he's really wants to be in the Premier League. And number two, if Arsenal offer him a big money contract. They're the only 2 reasons really for him to come back. I don't know if Marseille could offer him the kind of money that we can offer him, But they could be in the Champions League. They probably will be. So that's the difference. Jeffrey said, big up Curtis, today's stream was too funny. Can you explain the Ben White Towie joke? So basically there's a program in England, for anybody that doesn't know, called Towie. It's called The Only Way is Essex. And, the majority of the guys in there, they've got, they're tanned and they've got tattoos all over them and spiky hair. They look like Ben White, basically. So everyone said, he looks like he's out of Towie. That's basically what it is, people. And he defended like someone out of Towie yesterday. I can't lie, people. Zakaria for €8 million to Juve is a slap in the face to Arsenal. I mean, I would have took him. The only thing is, if Juventus want him, Arsenal want him, they was in the Champions League at the time, he's going to go to them. Corner to Man City, cleared at the near post. As you can imagine by my lack of conversation about the game, it's a bit of a snore fest. It's just attack v defence. De Bruyne whips in a cross and Oblak collects it. Collins said, I understand not wanting desperate signings in January. And listen, Collins, I agree with you on that sense. We shouldn't have made desperate signings. But at the same time, surely we could have addressed 2 positions in a whole 30-day transfer window with all that time building up to it. They didn't even get one of them. It's not like they got the striker and not the midfielder or the midfielder and not the striker. They got nothing. And people moved in January. You looked at and thought, I would have taken him. He could have done something. And when Mikel Arteta's saying, there weren't players available that were better than what we had, I've just watched Lacazette not score a goal from open play since December. Santa Claus has been and gone, and this brother ain't scored a goal from open play. So you can't tell me there aren't players who were available who was better than him. Darwin is a baller, but we won't go in with intent for him. Listen, if we're not in the Champions League, can we even get him? We'll be at the bottom of the list, let's be real. Noel said, big up Curtis in January. Edu Arteta said, we did not need a striker midfielder. Thought we had enough cover. In light of where we are, problems we have, the way we play, was this naivety or arrogance? I think a little bit of both. I think what you got to understand, you look at the Arsenal season, Noel, we've had very little injuries this season. A lot of this season, I remember looking and thinking, we've got nearly all of our players available because we're only playing in one competition. No Europe, and we got knocked out the cups. And all of a sudden, within a week, Tierney, season over, Thomas Partey could be out for a few weeks. Now we're pressing the red button, the panic alarm's going off. And they should have planned for this. You can't think you're going to go for an entire season without picking up a few injuries. It always happens to Arsenal. So I would say more naivety, but slight arrogance as well. I really would. Was Saliba a Mislintat signing? I'm not sure, I feel like it could have been. It could have been. I'm not sure. I honestly can't say. Arthur Cabral, Brazilian international who went to Fiorentina. He actually was Vlahovic's replacement. I think he only cost €15 million. Brazilian international. You know, take a gamble on someone. I mean, I'm not sure how he's doing, actually. I haven't heard much about him since he's gone to Fiorentina, so maybe he's not doing great. But, you know, he's 23 years of age, striker, 15 million euros. He's only got one goal. He's only played 6 games, 3 starts. So 3 starts, 1 goal. But Sonny said, man said Santa's come and... Bro, Santa's clause come and gone and this brother still ain't scored. Lacquer. I don't know what to say, people. Penalty Spot said, surely we could have got a loan that was as good as Xhaka or Lacquer. If your car gets damaged, the insurance gets you another vehicle. We didn't even get a bus pass. Do you know what I mean? Imagine you see a man driving down the street in a nice car, you know. And next minute, you see him walking in his socks. He ain't even got trainers on. He ain't even got flip-flops on. The man's just walking in his socks in the rain. And you're like, yo, brethren, what's happening, man? And said, mate, you know, the car got scratched. And I decided not to get one. And I threw my trainers in the bin. That's basically what Arsenal did. Car got crashed into. Even though we was fully comp, we took our trainers off. Aubameyang with the trainers. Binned them. And didn't even buy another pair. And we're just walking down the street with wet socks. You know, that's how we're moving right now, people. It's crazy, bruv. It's mad. Wijnaldum loan was there in January. Would have took him all day long, by the way. Walks into our team. Konate's ruining Darwin. And it's a good Premier League test for him. I can't lie. Let me turn over just for a few minutes. Every time I turn over, Liverpool are on the attack. So I haven't even watched Darwin Núñez on the ball. New Fears said Lacquer would look good in a Legends game. That's his level right now. We can't keep up with the young bucks. He's good in the B team. Put him in the under-23s. He'll be top scorer, you know. George said, can't lie, I'm sick of Lacquer like an old man up top. Bro, that guy's energy levels, man. The man's on low battery permanently. You know when your charger don't charge no more. You plug the charger in, you're like, what's going on? You know you have to find a certain angle to get it to charge because the charger's playing up. That's what Lacquer is right now. You plug the charger in, it don't even charge up no more. The man's just tired all the time, bro. Scott said these analogies are too funny. I can't help it, man. Ade said, would you give Arteta another season if he bottles top 4? For me, I would look at the options, Ade. I'm going to be totally honest, man. If there was a manager out there that I felt could take us to another level, a Mancini or a Luis Enrique or a Zidane, I'm typing up the P45. I am. I'm not even going to lie, people. Sports Genius said, Big C, it bothers me that Scotland ran Tierney into the ground. International friendlies need to disappear. I mean, I don't know if you know this, people, but when players are called up for internationals, especially when they play in a friendly, usually his club can give instructions to his nation about how much football he should play. Now, Scotland played 2 friendlies. They were meaningless apart from preparation. Surely Arsenal should have said to Scotland, Kieran Tierney's injury prone. He's stayed fit. We've got a massive run in. He cannot play 2 games in friendlies during an international break. He can't. Look how many players pulled out during the international break for England and other countries who were playing friendlies. You know, all of a sudden, they've got an injury, they can't play. Because their manager is saying, listen, bro, we got big games coming up. You're not playing for your country. Mane's made it 2-0, people, for Liverpool. They're done already, Benfica. Mane in the duster kit that they've got on. Just looking at the goal. Oh, no, it's not even the goal. It's just showing me the foul. Wet socks business, people, I'm telling you. Lieutenant said, you know which YouTuber I like the most. Read the first word again. Hey, I like what you did there, man. I like that. I like that one. That's a good one. I appreciate it. Yeah, my analogies are going a bit wild today, people. Paul said, Big C, I really have a lot of respect for you, but sometimes you overreact so bad. I understand the frustration, but how can you talk about other managers when Mikel Arteta put in so much work here and he's so close? So close is so far, though, Paul. This is football. And honestly, football is the most harsh sport you will ever have anything to do with in your life, people. Let me tell you. It's a meat market. Players, managers, it's a meat market. You know, you put some meat in the fridge, you think, right, I'm going to have a nice steak on Friday. You forget about it. You check it on Sunday. Best before date's gone. You just bin it. That's how football is, people. I'm sorry, it is. When your sell by date's gone, they just bin you in football. Now, I'm not disrespecting Arteta's work, and there's a general narrative that people have been throwing at me that you're overreacting to one bad defeat. I'm not. I don't get caught up in one game. You can lose games of football. I'm getting caught up in 2.5 years with Mikel Arteta. I haven't seen a good Premier League season under Mikel Arteta. I haven't seen a striker thrive under Mikel Arteta. I haven't seen big characters managed well enough by Arteta. I'm seeing players get loaned out that are better than the players that we've got at the club. When you loan a player out, it should be because that player is not good enough to play for your team. We've got players out on loan that would get into our team. That should not happen. That's when something is wrong. So, listen, I respect your opinion, Paul, and I get it. Some people will say, oh, you're overreacting. But I feel like there's an explanation behind the things that I'm saying, you know. That's what I will say. It's nothing to do with you lost one game so you want the manager out. Nothing to do with that. You know, there's a way of losing. Top teams don't lose with embarrassment. You can lose to a team because they played well, they were better than you, they were hungrier. We embarrassed ourselves last night, and we've done this a few times this season. As I said earlier, you know, I remember Everton hadn't won a game in about 2 months. We rolled in, they beat us. Man, you sacked Ollie, put Carrick in temporary charge. They beat us, you know. Brentford, first game of the season. Chelsea, Lukaku looked like Drogba. Look at that Mateta last night. If I'd never watched football, and I turned on that game yesterday, and I watched that Mateta playing for Crystal Palace, I'd say, who is this guy? Did they pay 50 million for him? Because he looks like a beast. You watch him any other week, you're going to go, that guy is useless up front, mate. I've watched Crystal Palace games and seen this Mateta up front, and he looks awful. He looks like a donkey. He comes against Arsenal, he looks like a prime racehorse. You know what I mean? The man looked like an absolute monster against Arsenal. We couldn't deal with him. So I just don't want people to think they lost to Palace, he's having a meltdown saying he wants the manager out. No, not at all. I don't want anybody to think that. It's got nothing to do with just that one result. If we want Arsenal to get back to the top, we have to demand that of Arsenal. I'm not saying that we should win the league this year. We've still got to be realistic. It is going to take time. We have to see progress. Have Arsenal progressed this year? 100%. Have they progressed enough for a team that have spent 250 million in 2.5 years? I would say no at this stage. Bear in mind, we've been in the Champions League for the last 25 years, and this manager took us out of it. You know, that shouldn't just be a little thing. Arsenal are a certainty usually to be in the Champions League. He took us out of it. 2 years in a row, we've been knocked out the FA Cup in the third round. You know, we lost to Southampton when we were the holders. It was the fourth round last year and the third round this year against Nottingham Forest. So it's the bigger picture, people. It's the bigger picture. Tyson said, "Poor Russ, time out for that comment." No, man, listen, you was respectful with how you put it. I don't need everybody to agree with me. That's the beauty of this channel. I want us to debate, have different opinions. As long as people aren't rude, throw them in the comments. I won't hide from them comments, people, all day long. Big up Paul, big up Tyson as well, though, man. Donkey! Shrek business, man, I'm telling you. Mateta was like the donkey in Shrek. Man turned into a prime racehorse against Arsenal, man. It's all mad, people. Storm Steel said, "Preach, Big C, you're nailing it. You were completely spot on." Listen, if you agree, I appreciate it. If you don't, I still respect it. Sports Genius said, "Big C, did you see Unai Emery's comments? He said Arsenal fans didn't have the patience with him and wish they would have." I would imagine Unai Emery sits there and thinks, you know what, man, I was a little bit hard done by, you know. I would imagine Emery feels like he was hard done by. But I think because Arsenal had never been in that situation, Wenger left, he came in, we were like, we need this to be a quick turnaround. And because it wasn't, and because we got so close to finishing in the top 4 in the first season, the patience levels were gone, you know. after one season. And the fact he was so defensive-minded and Watford were getting 25 shots against us, I think the reason Arteta's had more patience is because people have realised, damn, we're not going to get a quick fix here. So the next manager after Emery has got more patience. Because he played for Arsenal, because his communication is far better than Emery with the British press, they've given him that patience because he talks well. He communicates well. When you communicate well with the media in this country, they love you. They give you a bly. When you don't communicate well with them, they'll take the mick out of you and things like that. So, hey, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. Faye said, I'm going to sleep. Curtis can't watch this dross. Good night. I'm not going to lie. If this carries on second half, we may have to do something different, man. Chris said Unai deserved to get sacked. We bottled the Europa League. He left us in 8th and he lost the dressing room. I agree with you on that. I agree. But then you look at it and think, Arteta had issues in the dressing room. The club said to him, get rid of all the problems. Right? You're not the problem. We're going to allow you to get rid of all the problems. When Emery had those problems, they said, you're the problem. So that is the only difference. He might have thought Arsenal should have given him the time to get rid of a load of players and rebuild. Instead, we got rid of him. I think Emery wasn't working at the time, but it's difficult. If you're a manager and you go to the board and you say, right, I want Fabinho and I want Wilfried Zaha, and you get me Lucas Torreira and Nicolas Pepe, it's not quite the same. You know, it's really not the same. So, you know, he probably feels hard done by. Shaquille said, nah, Curtis, they got you too, man, just waffling. Arteta doesn't talk well. All he does is waffle to the press. But the press love that. The press love that. He's not difficult. He'll give them loads to talk about. They like the waffle in the press, you know? So that it works for them. They were very harsh on Emery, man. Let's get the biscuit talk going, bro. Second half, man, we're going to have to throw some subjects out there. Forget this game. This game's a shambles. The problem with that Liverpool game now, it's not going to be competitive now. They'll win 3 or 4-0 against Benfica. Benfica are nowhere near Liverpool's level. They'll take Salah off in the second half because they've got Man City on Sunday. So that's just going to be a walk in the park. Would you still take Zaha? Half-time whistle's gone in this game. Wow, I mean, that first half. I barely spoke about that game during the first half. I've said it many times, man. Simeone, for me, is a football terrorist. He will get you trophies, but you'd hate to watch that. You really would hate to watch that every week. Maybe when they play against lesser teams in Spain, maybe they turn it on a little bit. Wilfried Zaha, for me, I've always been a fan of Zaha. It's probably too late. It's probably too late. He's 29. If you offered me a straight swap for Pepe, I'd do it. That's the only way. I wouldn't pay any kind of big money for him. I really wouldn't. Sidant said he's the Spanish Sean Dyche. He is a football terrorist, mate. Honestly, I can't stand watching Simeone's teams. You've got Griezmann, who cost 100 million when Barca bought him, and you got João Felix, who they paid 110 million for. You got 200 million pounds worth of strikers, and they are absolutely horrendous to watch. I mean, I'm just looking at the stats. They haven't even had a shot. Atletico Madrid, no shots on target, no shots off target, 31% possession, and no corners. I mean, what do you say about that? City have had 4 shots off target, 3 on target, 69% possession, and 4 corners. Absolutely horrendous football to watch, man. Honestly, Simeone, football terrorist. A dreadful half. Felix deserves to be in City's team. He would ball out in the City team, false 9. Alex said, with 5 subs next season, we need all the players we can get in. You need to have 7, 8 good players on the bench to bring 5 on. We couldn't bring 5 on. We couldn't even bring 3 on right now. You see our bench yesterday? We brought Martinelli on. That was pretty much it. We were done for. Zaha or Sterling? I'd rather bring in Sterling just because a bit younger. He's a goal-scoring winger as well. Listen, like I said, I've always liked Zaha, but he's 29. Kasim said his Partey out for 3 weeks. I don't think the club have revealed how long yet. I believe he's having a scan they put out today that it's a recurring thigh injury problem. Initially, people were saying it was his hamstring, but it's his thigh. That's probably even worse because that's the injury he did before, and he's done it again. So how long is he going to be out for? As we said, people, Kieran Tierney's been ruled out for the season. Tomiyasu's been ruled out for another 2 weeks, even though they keep telling us he's close to a return. And Partey looks like he could miss a few games. So alarm bells are ringing, people. Not going to lie, I'd take Zaha over Sterling, said Sebastian. Interesting. I just think the age would be the put-off. I suppose the bad thing with Raheem Sterling would be 300 grand a week, you know. His wages are absolutely massive. Chris said Curtis Tomiyasu is becoming a worry. Of course. And you know what? Big up to a lot of you in the chat who've been telling me week after week, nah, Curtis, it's worse than they're saying. Why is he not in any of the pictures training? He's not going to be playing. And I think a lot of you were right. Yeah, a lot of you were right. Big up Hendon Guna, who said, I'm out of here, going to watch a movie and get an early night. Good night, everyone. Listen, I don't blame any of you. This game is a shambles. It's an absolute shambles. I'm hoping second half we get some goals. This may turn into a Q&A. It's chilled out vibes anyway, people. I need this after that nonsense last night. Tomiyasu is built of glass. Somebody was telling me, actually, in the chat, that they watched Serie A, and apparently he was quite injury prone in Italy as well. So we'll have to... Maybe it's not even a surprise. Darwin Núñez has been pocketed by Konate. Konate's a beast. That's the kind of centre-back you're going to play against in the Premier League, you know, beast mode centre-backs who are physical. So if he gets pocketed, but then he's got, I'm assuming, is Van Dijk playing? You know, even if he gets past Konate, you ain't getting past Van Dijk anyway. So this is probably a harsh game to judge Darwin Núñez. Let's be honest. How many strikers get joy out of Virgil van Dijk? Whoever plays next to Van Dijk looks like a monster. Has anyone ever noticed that? Joe Gomez played next to Van Dijk starting for England. People saying this guy's one of the best young centre-backs in Europe. Joel Matip, I was calling him a giraffe at one stage. You put him next to Van Dijk, the guy looks different class. He's probably been one of their best defenders this year. Now you put Konate next to Van Dijk, the man looks like an absolute tank. You know, you could put Harry Maguire next to Van Dijk, he'll, well... Nah, maybe that's a bit too far, but you know what I'm saying? Van Dijk makes anything next to him just look far better. That's the thing about him, unfortunately. You know, he's an absolute Rolls Royce of a centre-back. He must be a dream to play next to. Liverbird Live said, Trent is running things, his passing is mad tonight. That guy's a next level, man. RD1, Curtis, what are your expectations for the World Cup? I'm expecting a good World Cup just before Christmas. Obviously it won't be as hot. Listen, I'm looking forward to the World Cup. I got to be honest. I would have liked to have got over there, but you know, I'm looking at flights, hotels, tickets. It's going to cost an absolute fortune to get over there, unless I can get one football to send me over there. But don't worry, I'm sending emails. MD said Real Madrid v Chelsea watch along tomorrow. 100%. We're doing that. May even do it on Twitch just to get Twitch going. Worst case scenario, I might stream it on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. We'll have to see. Konate's fantastic. I remember when Arsenal, under Emery, there was talk of us getting up a Upamecano, and I remember looking at a few reports, and a lot of people were saying at the time, listen, this Konate looks even better than Upamecano. They were saying that Upamecano's a little bit more injury prone. So for me, yeah, Konate, I think he's a top centre-back. He's only going to get better playing next to Virgil van Dijk, isn't he? Let's be real. Ice Lolly said, Curtis, if you could have Bergkamp for a year or Omri for 6 months, who would you bring back? Both in form. Give me 6 months of Thierry, bro. 6 months of Thierry. Who's Bergkamp going to play them passes for, mate? Lacazette? No point. Them balls over the top they used to play for Omri and that, Lacazette ain't getting them. So Bergkamp would look half the player in this team. Give me Thierry. To be fair, we don't create chances, but Thierry can just get the ball and run past 3 or 4 anyway. So give me 6 months, Thierry. Great question, that. I like that one. Upamecano has been dreadful for Bayern this season, said Uzi. Hal B said that prick Lovren was trash and he made less mistakes. Yeah, he won the Champions League, didn't he? Sebastian said, Big C, would you be able to do watch-alongs if Simeone was manager? But listen, this is the one thing about football. When you play football like Simeone, you have to win trophies, because if you play like that and don't win trophies, you can't be the manager, because that football is dreadful. They are the current holders of La Liga, and they do not have anywhere near the same budget of Barcelona and Real Madrid. So them fans will accept it. He got them in a new stadium. He's won them the title. He's got them to Champions League finals. So I'm sure they are patient with him because he regularly wins trophies. I would hate to watch that football, but I'd love to see Arsenal win the league. I'd love to see Arsenal in the Champions League final. So there is a balance to it. Success and entertainment. And maybe they are a better team when they play against teams who are worse than them. Maybe they dominate the ball more. I don't watch them every week. Every time I watch them against a good team in the Champions League, they just sit back. So, Nketiah for 10 years or Omri at 38. Real talk, I would take Thierry at 38 over Nketiah, because I'm telling you, Omri at 38, I don't know if he was still playing at 38. Maybe he was in America. But I'm sure he could still finish. That's one thing you don't really lose in your career. So, yeah, I'll take the New York Red Bulls 38-year-old. All right, I'm looking now. 6 years ago, Henry was 38. Was he playing 6 years ago? Looks like he retired 8 years ago. Yeah, I'll still take him. I'll still take him over Eddie. Eddie hasn't scored all season. You know? Chiesa, you've scored as many Prem goals as Eddie has this season. None. So, you know, I'll take anyone over him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gherkin said, I'd love to watch us play like that versus City or Liverpool. When does All or Nothing come out? I mean, that's going to break every record in Amazon history. That is for damn sure, let me tell you. That is the one elite thing that's going to come out of Arsenal this year, is the All or Nothing documentary. That's going to break records. Penalty Spot said, prime manager, who would you take? Simeone, Allegri or Mourinho? Jose. Jose for me. Prime. If you're talking prime, I'm taking Jose. Prime Jose scored 100 goals, got 100 points at Real Madrid. So he proved he can attack. Prime Jose won the Champions League with Porto. Prime Jose won the treble at Inter Milan. It's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer, Prime Jose. And he was a great character. Can you imagine me making content with Jose Mourinho in the press conference? It's only Jose. I mean, that's a horrible question. That's a horrible question. Look, the reality is, and I don't cap on this channel, I'm going to give you the positive and the negative of this question, because I hate this question. Alex Ferguson's the best manager I've seen in Premier League history. And I don't like to admit that because he's Man United. His ability to consistently churn out a new team and win the Champions League puts him above Arsene Wenger. However, I feel Arsene Wenger at his prime, his teams played better football possibly than anybody that I've seen in the Prem. I think prime Wenger Arsenal attack is the best football I have watched. That could be biased because of the fact that I'm an Arsenal fan, you know. But Thierry and Bergkamp and Pires, and that football was just insane. So take of that answer what you will, people. Take of that answer. If we're just looking trophies, you got to take Fergie. If you're looking for the beauty of the football, I want Wenger's style of football. So it is what it is. That Dawn said, Simeone must have been assaulted by a striker. Man hates attacking football. Man, it's crazy, honestly. It's crazy. That guy he drains me to watch them play football. Liverbird Live said, Curtis Fergie was giving referees brown envelopes. It wouldn't surprise me, man. Man, you had the FA in their back pocket, you know. Nasri, Fabregas, Tiki Taka. Controversial Guna said, Fergie was overrated. I don't think I've ever seen anyone write that. You're definitely controversial. Cole said, not biased, mate. Prime Wenger football made me miss dates with hot chicks. Yo, bro, just record the football, man. Oh, dear. Rastaman said, I love Simeone. He doesn't give a flying F. He's probably one of them. If he's the manager of your club and he's so passionate, I bet the fans, you know, Atletico Madrid fans are very passionate. they probably buy into everything what he does. And let's face it, they were nowhere before he took over, really. So they probably feel like they owe him everything. So I bet they're patient with this style of football because it's successful, you know? It's successful. Put a poll up, who you starting on Saturday, Eddie or Laka? Ryan, I'm not starting any of them two. I'm starting Gabriel Martinelli through the middle. It's Martinelli season, man, I'm telling you. I don't want to see Eddie or Lacazette up front. In reality, he'll start Lacazette. He'll start Lacazette. Because his thinking will probably be, well, Brighton are not very good. It's a home game. Sunny Saturday afternoon, Lacazette will probably score. That's probably what he'll do. I don't want to see Eddie and Nketiah ever start a game for Arsenal. Play Martinelli through the middle. Oh, Atletico won the Europa League. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I actually forgot. I thought they won it. Did he actually? He won the Europa League though, right? Didn't they beat Marseille in the final? But you're saying they won it just before he joined as well. Fair enough. Naz, I see your comment, bro. I see your comment. Chiesa said Nketiah 14. Yeah, for Palace, mate. Not for Arsenal. Alfred said, Prime Wenger for me. Never seen a coach take more no-name players and make them into somebody. Nasri, Song, Henry took more young and made them big. Yeah, listen, he was elite at that. He was elite at that, you know. Let's be real. No one really had heard of Vieira. He was playing reserves at AC Milan. Listen, he did it time and time again. You know, he was special. He was special. Sherman Clump settings, man, I'm telling you. Pep is not looking happy, people. He's sitting on the bench in deep thought. This is where Pep starts overthinking, man. Just relax and let it play itself out. Simeone will celebrate this draw like he's won the game if he gets Man City back to Spain with a 0-0. I'm telling you now, he'll be delighted with this result. Nightingale said, Simeone's son is a good player. He plays in Italy, won a few Player of the Months. Not surprised. A lot of these players have really good sons and that nowadays, don't they? Roll Right said, how many league titles do you think we would have won if we stayed at Highbury? A lot of people don't take the stadium move into account. Yeah, I think we'd have won more. I think we could have won the Champions League. The problem was we were on the verge of going bankrupt, you know, so we had to leave. That's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. People say we should have never left Highbury. The money wasn't there. They had to leave the stadium. The demand for tickets was through the roof. You know, they're not going to sit in a 38,000-seater stadium when you've got 25,000 people on your waiting list for a season ticket. It's just not going to happen. Best free kick taker ever. Second half's underway, people. Who's the best free kick taker ever? Are we talking how good the free kick looks when it goes in, or are we talking about who scored the most? You know, I always remember that Juninho, who played for Lyon. He was one of them who always, I feel like he had a very high percentage of goals. I remember Sinisa Mihailovic as well. Anyone remembers him? He used to score a lot of free kicks as well. Atletico are in. They look like they're offside. Oh, it's a terrible shot. Lorente with a poor shot there. But I think Juninho, Mihailovic, them man there, they scored a lot. Yeah, we love Roberto Carlos. I remember Pierre Van Hooijdonk. I've seen him a few times score some bangers for Forest. Big up Lazos with a super chat. Yeah, Beckham's, CR7s when they went in, Messi. Them ones looked elite when they went in just because the style. Henry as well, Zidane. Them man always could whip one in. Dennis Irwin. Who remembers Chilavert, man, the free kick taking goalkeeper for Paraguay, left foot. He used to bend them in the top corner as well. Hadji, yeah. Nakamura or Juninho. Curtis, what's your favourite World Cup? My favourite World Cup was probably... What was my favourite World Cup? I like the 98 World Cup. I like the 2002 World Cup. They're two of my favourites. I have to admit, I don't enjoy the World Cups as much recently. Probably because a lot of the players that I liked back then, you know, France are playing, you go and watch Henry, Zidane. Brazil playing, R9, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho. You know, so many clubs or countries had so many top players that I enjoyed watching. I definitely don't enjoy the World Cup as much now, I can't lie. LG said, Curtis, have you recovered from yesterday? Only just. Man City could be in here. Griezmann overhits the pass. They had 3-on-3 there, Atletico, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. And their terrible football continues. It's kicking off on the touchline now. World Cup 98, Romario, Brazil, what a player. Honestly, I say this a lot, people. When I was a kid, I used to watch videos of Romario finishing. He was one of the best finishers I've ever seen in football. Any young striker, I don't know if a lot of his goals are on YouTube. He is one of the best finishers I've ever seen, Romario. I used to watch his videos. R9 became my favourite ever player. But when I was really, really young, I used to watch videos of Romario finishing. Unbelievable. Alfred said, without injury, Welbeck was better than Lacazette for us. But as far as free kicks, I'd take Ward-Prowse. Yeah, he's definitely becoming a really top free kick taker. And I agree with you. I think if Welbeck was fit, he'd have done more than Lacazette at Arsenal. Probably not what Lacazette did in France. But at least with Danny Welbeck, he was a constant threat. He was tall, he was quick. But the injuries got the better of him. Lacazette's just non-existent at the moment. It's becoming a bit of a joke. Florida Water said, Adebayor or Aubameyang. I'll go Aubameyang. But Adebayor did have a season where he was unbelievable. I think he scored 33 goals in all comps one year. And then he went to City, obviously. Khalid said 2002 World Cup, famous for the R9 haircut. They just don't do World Cups like they used to, man. Seeing R9 turn up with a patch of hair on the front of his head, you just can't beat that, man. You ain't going to see that nowadays, you know. Bebeto and Romario, USA 94, yeah, man. I mean, I didn't watch that. I was a baby them times there. Rivaldo, what a player. One of the best left foots. Felt Welbeck had everything apart from shooting. He wasn't overly technical, was he? You know, but he was a problem. He was a problem. But yeah, and the injuries. He always used to get injured, man. Always used to get injured. Big up TM101 who said, Curtis, I rate it. You're putting in the work, my G. Listen, man. You got to put the work in, people. And as I always say, man, I don't even consider this work. I'm chilling. I'll be watching this game anyway. I'm just chatting with the community. I consider you all friends of mine, you know. So it's not work. I don't even class it as work. I'm chilling. Arsenal streams, they are work. I can't even lie. They are definitely work. Lee said, I think if R9 didn't have a knee made out of paper, he would be in a three-way debate for the GOAT. If he didn't have a knee made out of paper, I don't even think there would be a debate. I don't think you would even be talking Messi and Ronaldo. He, for me, probably was better than both of them. It's just the knee injuries stopped him. But I still saw enough. He's still my favourite player ever anyway. But I hear you. Roland said, Big C, what do you make of Lamps at the Toffees? The English tax and pundits at TalkSport love him and still protect him, even though they know he is rubbish. Imagine if that was Vieira. Atletico on the attack. What is that? The man's got a shot there. Llorente chips it into the goalkeeper's hand. What am I talking? I've lost my school of thought here. Lampard. He's having a nightmare. Somebody made a good point today. When you bring in a young legend, sometimes you need to bring in a legend that played for your club, in my opinion. Oh, goal alert, Benfica. We may have to turn this game off, man. This is a shambles. Was it Darwin? I'm looking at the goal now. Is it Darwin? Ball whipped in. Canate? Is that Darwin? Darwin! Oh, Darwin Núñez scores, people. Daily Darwin. He's wearing number 9 as well. Look at Canate. Oh, that's awful defending. Let's it go straight for his legs. What a finish, Darwin Núñez. Oh, man. It's game on. Darwin Núñez goal. Hey, big up Anthony with the update, man. Darwin Núñez gets his goal, people. LT said, you see what Gakpo said about Arsenal? I haven't said it. They're all Arsenal fans deep down, are they? It don't make no difference. We don't sign any of them. Let me have a look. Gakpo, Arsenal. Bit of pressure on Liverpool, that. I don't favour one team, but what does he say? I don't favour one team. Reveals how Ruud van Nistelrooy has turned him into a strike sensation. Has he said something about Arsenal? I don't know. Van Nistelrooy was my striker trainer. Goal is a goal. Liverpool have sent scout. Try to stay focused. Has he said anything? If I'm missing it. He said it's a dream of his to play in the Champions League. Yeah, Thierry Henry, as usual. The Dutch ace revealed he would love a chance to play in the Prem after watching Thierry Henry and Arsenal growing up. Yeah, simple. They all love Henry. He said, I looked up to Henry when I was younger because he was a tall guy who played on the wing. They all love Thierry, man. It don't make no difference. Lewandowski loves Thierry. He still never kicked a ball for us, people. Darwin's price tag just went up by 30 million. Welcome to Arsenal, Darwin Núñez. That was terrible defending from Konate. This City Atletico game, it's a free kick to Man City. I'm just gonna change between both games, man. This game is stinking out the place. It really is, man. They are football terrorists, Atletico. Yeah, after me bigging up Konate, he lets one go straight through his legs. Flabby G, way to go, Curtis. Hype Liverpool's defence and Benfica scores. That's your fault. Oh, man. Listen, Thierry set it up for us and we didn't take advantage. Mahrez and De Bruyne over the ball. City game is like watching paint dry, I'm telling you. De Bruyne, short free kick. It's another free kick. They tried some mad short free kick and lost the ball. And Naz said, my top three goats, Ronaldinho, R9, Messi. Listen, it's preference, innit? No one can argue really with that top three. It's just whoever you like. R9 for me, my favourite ever player. Ronaldinho, I would say the most skillful player I've ever seen and most entertaining. With end product. Won everything as well. Champions League, World Cup, Copa America. Messi's unbelievable, so I can totally understand that. Let me just watch this free kick to Man City and we may turn over. You know what will happen, don't you? I'll turn over till Benfica, Liverpool, and Man City game will start getting goals in it. But I'm going to turn over after this. I'm just going to watch this free kick to Man City. They're stinking out the place. E. Ross said his top three is Huckabee, Phil Jones, and Robbie Savage. What a free that is, man. Phil Jones, you know. Darwin Van Dijk with that elbow. Got to give him that elbow, man. Let him know. Kevin De Bruyne, right on the edge of the penalty area. I don't know what's going on here. These players, they're not even 10 yards away. Oblak spills it. He should have caught it. And Atletico clear it. Let me get out of here for a minute. Let's get into this Liverpool game, man. Khalid, I remember that game like it was yesterday. I still say to this day, the Zidane performance in that game is one of the best individual performances I've ever seen in football. That was a game with Ronaldinho and R9 playing in it. I remember him flicking the ball over R9's head in gold Predators. I said, nah, I'm done. This guy's magic. I don't understand how Zinedine Zidane is so good. He's literally a genius. He's that good. So, yeah, for me, man, Zinedine Zidane's on another level. Them gold Preds, man. Pff. And I loved Brazil as well. Zizou was just the magic patch. We used to say he's got a magic patch on his head, man. Prime CR7 at Madrid. Yeah, he was a goal machine, man. Absolute monster. Zidane had 360 vision. That Zidane game. I've actually put the Liverpool game on. I'm just gonna switch back and forth. The City game's dreadful. I've committed so much to the City game. I kind of want to stick with it, but it's like watching paint dry. I might as well turn around and just look at the green screen. I've just turned over Mahrez foul. See, Atletico, they're the kings of that, just breaking up attacks. They'll foul. Paul Russ is back. Let's go, Paul. Let's see what you got, bro. He said, Curtis, I'm not gonna lie, I'm Arteta in. I have my doubts at times, but there is something about him. He really looks like an Arsenal manager, and I'm sure he'll take us to where we belong. Now, listen, as I always say, I respect everyone's opinion. As long as you're not rude, it's fine. We keep it moving. I mean, he looks like an Arsenal manager. It's subjective. Does he look like an Arsenal manager? I know what you mean, but at the same time, I ain't here for looks, bro. I'm here for production, you know. Arsene Wenger looked like an old man, but he produced, you know. And take us back where we belong. Oh, header over there for Benfica. In your opinion, where do we belong? Darwin Núñez heads it over. Where do we belong, Paul? Because to me, we belong as champions. And I'm not sure Arteta... In fact, I would say Arteta will not take us to ever being champions. That is my problem. Paul, he's got you, man, with the hair gel. Don't let him fool you with the hair gel, Paul. He's fell in love with the Brill Cream hair gel, man, I'm telling you. But big up Paul, man. Listen, I respect everyone's opinion, even if I don't agree with it, you know. But big up your damn self, Paul. Alfred said Zidane killed Brazil in both World Cups he faced them, 98 and 06. I think did he score 2 headers in 98? In the final, I think. Big up Dre, just tuned in. Hope you're well, my bro. Virgil has the coldest trim in the game. You never even see a hair out of place with that, brother. I don't understand. Darwin Núñez is really frustrating technically. I'm looking at it now like, why did I not do this watch-along? Do you know what? In my head, I was thinking to myself, Man City are going to attack Atletico so much that once they go 1-0 up, Atletico will have to attack. But even if Atletico went 1-0 down, they would have probably still said, we'll take 1-0. So they were never going to attack. It's a corner to Man City. I've just switched back on. Henok said, good morning, Curtis. Just started work on a Wednesday. I hope you're being well. Big up to you, bro. Have a good day at work. LG said, are you Julian in disguise? Yeah, I'm telling you, I won't be doing Atletico games after this. Should have learnt your lesson from the Man United Atletico game. Atletico come to bore the game. Horrible. Escobar said, I'm on Daily Darwin Scout. Got Big C on my phone, Liverpool on my iPad. Hey, big up your damn self, Wasim, bro. Hope you're well. Peter Nolan said, nah, Big C, it's the waffles and syrup. Yeah, he's feeding them, man. He's feeding everyone. He's feeding all of them. Oh, what a question. Listen, for me, let me turn back over. Atletico making 3 subs. At the moment, I would still put Rio ahead of him, just for the sake of the strikers that he was doing it against. But I do think Virgil is an unbelievable centre-back. Like, by the time his career finishes, maybe we can have that discussion. I thought Rio was an elite centre-back. He's one of the first centre-backs I've seen at the top level with hardly ever slide tackles. Just stands on his feet and takes the ball off you. He's elite. I think Virgil is on that same road. He's the ball-playing centre-back. I would even argue that if you was looking at them individually in terms of their quality, that Van Dijk may have more to his game than Rio. But Rio was just so good defensively, man. And he was playing against monsters. I think it was Michael Ballack the other day said, it's hard to judge Van Dijk against a lot of these defenders from the past because the quality of strikers has dropped so much. You know, Rio Ferdinand was playing against all the top strikers from back in the day. Thierry Henry, R9 Ronaldo, all these, man. Who's Virgil really playing against in the modern game? Who's that good? So it's difficult. It is difficult. Gunnar for Life said, I genuinely feel Thierry Henry was on par with R9. He was. He definitely was in terms of talent. The thing he didn't have that R9 had was the big game mentality. You know, unfortunately, Thierry Henry, I think he only scored 1 in 9 finals. And that will always be the thing they hold against him. R9 World Cup final 2006, 2-0 win. He scores both goals. That's the difference between Henry and R9. That's what separates them. Adel Tarap still plays football. He's another one of them streets won't forget footballers, isn't he? Where you're like, he could nutmeg a mermaid, that guy, I'm telling you. Skillful as anything, but not a great player in terms of production and consistency, you know. Cormac said, agreed, he's better for that reason. Smash the like button, people. Yeah, 800 of you in it. For a game that's a snorefest. I'm flicking between both games now. Liverpool just about to make a double change. I think Jota's coming on. So switch back to the City game. C. Guna said, big up Curtis, 2 streams today. Love the commitment. Do you know what? Over the next few months as we wind down the season, I'm probably going to step it up a gear, you know, and try and do more content. As I said, Twitch and things like that. I think we should really... We're trying to expand the empire now, you know, and build, you know, this great community that we got. So, like I said, I like the fact that when I do watch-alongs in the evening, I see a lot of the community that I don't see in the daytime because of the time difference. Some of you probably working and studying. So, I'm going to try and do more content. You know, I've been doing 1 a day for a long time. So, sometimes I'm going to do 2. Nearly 2-2. Trust me to be watching the other game when that happens. Everton's on. I remember we were linked with him at one stage, actually. Brazilian winger. Liverpool making 3 changes. Firmino, Henderson and Jota coming on. Not bad when you can bring on players like that, is it? In their duster kit. Thiago comes off. He's not happy. Lifting his eyebrows. Little shake of the head. Mane's coming off as well. Nutmeg a mermaid, Jack. I'm telling you that, brother. Everton with a big miss, yeah. Big ups from Barcelona, said Thomas. Hope you're well, bro. Firmino comes on. LG said Curtis Shaw podcast to rival Joe Rogan. Hey, we got to do what we got to do, man. Nicholas said, Big C, UEFA Champions League nights don't hit anymore. That aura it had is gone. Salah comes off. He'll save him for the Man City game, won't he? Chris, hope you're well. He said, how are you doing today, bro? I'm trying to recover from what I watched last night. I still don't quite understand it, bro. That's all I can say. I'm sure I'll get there in the end. Lucian, hope you're well. He said, bless up, Big C, listening from my farm in Jamaica. Big up your damn self, bro. Hope you're well. Lucas said, facts that Benfica Stadium is rocking. The atmosphere looks great there, to be honest. Last of them said, if you don't do a watch-along for Fury v White, you're done out here. Don't worry, man. That's a big day. We actually play Man United on that same day. My mood could be all over the place if we lose to Man United at home. But that could be my boxing debut watch-along. Fury against White. That's a banger. Adam, so thank you for the super chat. Said Van Dijk ain't even better than Vidic yet. Interesting one. Vidic was a great centre-back, I can't lie. I do think Van Dijk is on his way to the top, though. I do. Paul said, Curtis, we were the only ones that had a Wenger. Nowadays, Liverpool and City have a Wenger with £500 million in players. If we do it our way, not buying it, it will be more spectacular. Yeah, but the thing is, Liverpool have already done that. You know, I know Liverpool bought players, but they sold players to buy them. So the way we're trying to do it has already been done by Liverpool. And as I always say, Liverpool did it once they got that elite manager. You know, that's where it really started happening. Brendan Rodgers had a quality Liverpool team. We couldn't get them over the finish line. What they needed was Jurgen Klopp. That's when everything changed with Liverpool, in my opinion. Ram Kumar said, Big C, my wife says I am constantly listening to your streams. When you read my comment, I call her to see, saying, hey, look, Curtis is reading my comment. Brings joy. Hey, man, listen, I appreciate your support, your comments, your interaction. Say hello to the wife. Hope she's looking after you. Hope you're looking after her as well. And, hey, man, if we can bring a little joy in the world, yeah, we're doing something right, you know. Bam Bam said, from South London, streets can't forget Balassi. Listen, Balassi's my boy, man. Known him for over a decade. I've seen that man do things to players on a pitch that shouldn't be allowed. Simple as that. Like, literally skills that you're like, how are you doing that in the Premier League? It was wild. Him and Zaha at Palace. That is streets won't forget wingers if ever I've seen it. Salah's come off. Listen, they got Man City on Sunday, man. They got bigger and badder things to look ahead to, man. That is for damn sure. We legit actually have the best community on YouTube, right? It's solid, man. This community is solid. Absolutely solid. Do you think Alisson is better than Ederson? I think he's better. Yeah, I do. I've always said I think Ederson is the best with his feet. But in terms of goalkeeping, handling, all of that stuff, saving shots, I think Alisson is better. I really do. Slightly better. Bring Laurie on for a boxing stream. Yeah, maybe we could do that. Godfrey saying I missed his super chat. Let me go back, bro. Let me go back. I didn't even see it. Comments are flying in. I've got slow mode on as well. I honestly did not see it, Godfrey. Let me have a look. Here we go. Champions League, but Eddie needs to play at top next year or no Champions League. Nah, bro. Keep it low. He needs to leave, mate. That's why he played so well yesterday. He wants to go Palace. Vieira can take him. We don't want him. Big up Godfrey. Ostrich said prime Matt Letizia. That is a streets won't forget baller. That man there used to flick the ball over a man's head and volley it in the top corner. He was probably too loyal to Southampton, to be honest. He should have dipped out of there when he could. Still 2-1. I'm switching. I've just put the Man City game back on, so bring Balassi on a stream. I'll try. You know, he plays in Turkey now. I don't speak to him as much, but I will try and get him on. He would be good. He's a big Arsenal fan as well. Big Arsenal fan. Alfred said it's not Nuno's fault. First time I watch him, I knew he was a winger. Put him in that wing position with Kieran Tierney behind him, or put him in a back three. Yeah, he would probably be decent as a wing back, if we're being real. But playing him left back, he's just going to get ripped, isn't he? Sterling's coming off, 23 minutes to go. Jack Grealish, Gucci Gang Grealish is on. Gucci Gang Grealish, and Gabriel Jesus is on as well. Sports Genius said, Big C, my wife makes me put headphones on when listening to the stream. She says, why not listen to the TV? She doesn't understand. I appreciate it, man. Headphone settings, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, a couple people put fake scores in. Apologies, man. Just time them out or something. It's not 2-2. It's not 2-2. So anyone who's doing that, man, please don't do that. It ruins it for the community, you know. Egg Fried Royce. I love that name, man. Man said, same, Sports Genius. Big up yourself, bro. Primer Kotchuk was a real street baller. I remember him doing that rainbow flick over Ray Parler's head, man, at the Reebok Stadium. The good old days. Kevin Davis just elbowing people in the face. And Nelka and Yuri Zorkaev. They had a good little team there. Well, I see him, Curtis. When your intro music plays, my sister knows I'm watching you. Do you know what, man? That music's never getting changed. I might change the video. I might update the video at the end of the season. But I won't change the music. That's like match of the day music now. That's got to come all the way to the top. Yeah, Jeffrey, how did Grealish get that Gucci deal, man? When you think about some of the players that have played football with, you know, mad swagger and all that, how's Jack Grealish the one to get a Gucci deal, man? He must have an elite agent. That is for damn sure. What is the... Bro, people ask me all the time. I honestly don't know. I don't know the name of that music. I will find out. I'll find out and let you know. City are flat out of ideas. I'm not being funny. 0-0 is not a great result for Man City to have to go to Atletico. Oh, they've scored apparently. Typical, innit? Just as I turn over. They've scored. KD Bizzle scores. Kevin De Bruyne makes it 1-0. I wait all night for a goal, and I'm watching the Liverpool game as they score. Here we go, people. I'm watching the replay now. Into Kevin De Bruyne. Good finish. Drills it into the bottom corner. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. Great finish. They ain't even got a striker, although Jesus is on the pitch. De Bruyne is the skipper now as well. And De Bruyne gives them the lead, people. And Pep will be a relieved man. Will it make any difference to the way Atletico are playing? I doubt it very much. They'll still continue to defend because I think Simeone would take 1-0. Foden, you see the silkiness of Foden there? I just opens that up. Mooney said, Big C, can we have a stream on Thursdays to prepare ourselves for Europa? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you know what? I could possibly do West Ham against Lyon. Could do. I'll see what I'm doing on Thursday. That could be a Twitch one as well. I've got to start feeding Twitch, man. But Foden, man. Silky play by Foden. He's a top quality player, really is. Yeah, De Bruyne, man, what a player. What a player. He'll be a relieved man there. Dre said Arsenal won't make Europa. Back to 8th we go. Nah, I think we'll nick a Europa League spot, you know. I think we'll nick a Europa League spot. Yeah, don't worry, man. I know. Yeah, daily Twitch soon land, man. Soon land. Don't worry. Big C, would you like to see win the Champions League? It's a tough one. Maybe Man City, you know. Only because it doesn't bother me if they win it. You know, it doesn't really bother me if City win the Champions League. And I'm a massive fan of Pep. I think, you know, Pep, I love Pep. I think he's just a brilliant manager. I don't want Bayern Munich to win it. I don't want Chelsea to win it. Real Madrid have won it that many times. Villarreal, Emery, I can't have that. The slander will be too much. Let City win it, man. Pep. Curtis, is top four done for you? I don't think we'll get top four, but it's not done. In reality, we can still get it, but I don't think we'll get it. I just don't think we've got enough goals. I don't see us going to West Ham, Chelsea, Tottenham, playing Man United at home, Southampton. I just don't see that happening, but we'll see. Your reviews of the game would be sick on Twitch, Big C. I've been telling you, replays and all. Do you know what? That's something I should do. Maybe. It's coming. It's coming. It would make much more sense because I can review the content on Twitch. I'm going to do it. We'll get started on there. I feel like I am missing out. I haven't even updated the score. Apologies. Someone just put it in there. 1-0 to City. Big Kevin De Bruyne. Probably Man City's best player, let's be real. He's one of the best centre mids in the world. Why don't you want Bayern to win? They've won it numerous times, haven't they? They've won it numerous times, you know. Let someone else win it. Hey, Paul, all jokes aside, bro, I appreciate your input. That's what debate and football is all about. Big up yourself. He said, just my opinion on Arsenal. Love you in the community. I hope you hang in there to see top four this season. Then you can all give me a shout out for balancing the streams. 100%. If we get top four, you get yourself in here, bro. You get yourself in here. I'll be eating humble pie. I just hope I am. I really hope I am. Jay said, what was your reaction when Germany beat Brazil 7-1? That was shocking. I was actually a little bit hurt. I wanted Brazil to win it in Brazil, you know. I felt sorry for them. Brain Sample said, is it the end of Arteta if no top four? Not with this owner. They'll give him a new contract. If he gets top six, he'll get a new deal. Top four, they're not bothered about top four. Top six will do him. You know, they won't get rid of him. They're too committed to him now. Peter said it's been coming for ages. Big C Twitch. Hey, we're starting, man. We're starting. Don't worry. Ali said David Seaman or Ramsdale. It's got to be David Seaman. Ramsdale hasn't done anywhere near enough, you know. Lucas said, do member streams allow for people to have their day face-to-face? Have their day face? Yeah, you can come on the stream. You come on the stream on the member stream. And we're, you know. So you get on screen, give me your opinions, people. Member stream is for all of you to give me your opinions on what you think. You hear me talking daily? This is for me to sit back and say, yeah, man, Luca, come on and tell me what you think about Arsenal or whatever team you want to talk about. We have a few Man United fans, Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans, loads of people. Come on. I've just got the Benfica game on at the moment. 17 minutes to go. I will go back to the City game. CS said the ownership doesn't want top four because it will force them to spend big. 100%. That's what I said. That's what I said. It'll cost them 150 to 200 million if we get top four. They don't want that. They'd rather get Europa League, spend 100 mil. Half of it will come from the club anyway. And they'll chill, you know. Ian said, Núñez scored against Liverpool. You taking him, Curtis? Wouldn't be hard to upgrade on Laka. I got to be honest, I haven't watched all of this game. I've been going back and forth between the two. So I honestly haven't seen enough of him still. But listen, he scored from a mistake. So it's an improvement on Lacazette. Lacazette wouldn't even be in the penalty area. So it's better than what we've been seeing. Ostrich, the next member stream is on Thursday at 4:30. So get yourself in here if you want to come on and give your opinions. 4:30 on Thursday, next member stream, people. Top six is improvement. Oh, mate, that's the narrative now. And listen, some people will say it is, and it is, but it's not enough, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Ornstein just said Tierney surgery out for the season. Yeah, Justin, that's him done, mate. Out for a few months. Too injury prone. You know, when you look at Kieran Tierney now and you start to think back over his time at Arsenal, you're talking about a very injury prone player. He's been at Arsenal for 3 seasons, right? Bear in mind, you play 38 games in a Premier League season. Season number 1, he played 15 games. That's not even half. Last season, he played 27. So he missed 11 games last season in the Prem. And this season, he's played 22 and he's not going to play another league game. He's not playing enough football. And he's a good player. He's 24. We like him. He could be captain. I think we've got an upgrade. We're going to have to buy a left back that is good enough to be first choice or be second choice. And get Nuno Tavares out on loan or sell him. Unfortunately, I like him, but Tierney gets injured too much. As I always say, people, availability is the best ability. I was told that a long time ago, and I agree with it. If you ain't on the pitch, it don't matter how good you are. You're no good to anyone if you're injured every season. Lucas said, is it me or do people mute the TV and listen to Big C streams whenever there is a game on? Hey, big up yourself, man. Mute Steve McManaman and these man here. You don't need to listen to them. You know what I mean? Mute the TV, get the stream on, chill out session, people, and we do our thing. You know what we do. Play Nuno as a winger. Yeah, play him wing back or play him out wide. He can't play left back. Big C, we have to play 4-4-2 and go back to basics. I mean, who do you play in the 2 up front if you're playing 2? Who would you play? Blessing said, where do you think Kane will go during the summer? I don't think Kane will go anywhere. I don't think Harry Kane's going anywhere. I think last summer was the summer for him to leave. I think the only way he possibly leaves, if Man City were to miss out on Haaland, maybe they'd go back in for him at a cheaper price. But with Conte there and that, he's not going to let Kane get sold. I don't think Kane's going anywhere. He turns 29 this summer. I think Kane will be at Tottenham next season. I think he's stuck. The Lacquer and Eddie show in the 2. Oh, my dick. Imagine that front 2. Foden. Oh, my days. He's balling. He's balling. He's going mad. There's a chance. De Bruyne. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Foden's going mad. He's going crazy, people. Oh, he puts the cross in. He overhits it. Phil Foden, man. Pure silk. He's going on mad. He is going on mad. Look at the footwork. Aye. Pass Kondogbia or pass the next guy. I think that's Ronaldo or something. Renildo, however you say. De Bruyne's probably disappointed he didn't score that. Didn't hit it very well. Let's go back to the Liverpool game quick. We'll switch in between people. Foden balling out here, people. It's a good block home. I think he should hit the shot better. I don't think he should give him the chance. He didn't hit it too well. Foden is balling out here. Nightingale said Kane is getting on a bit. He wants to win trophies. He hasn't won a trophy at the Spuds. I think he cost himself. He signed that contract, gave Daniel Levy all the power, and now he's struggling. Gabriel Martinelli's here. He said, why did the trainer not start me? That's what we want to know, bruv. That's what we want to know. You play for Brazil and get dropped. Here's what it is. Grealish and Gucci, Big C, what's your take? Fair play to him. Fair play to him. You got to get this money, bro. It's not a bad company to be sponsored by, man. You know what I mean? Give him his props. Man's £100 million footballer. He's probably on about 250 grand a week. And he's got a Gucci sponsorship, man. I rate it. I rate it. I rate it, man. If you're in that game, if you're a footballer at the top level, man, swoop up everything you can get. He's going to get free Gucci clothes and they're going to pay him. Who would say no to that? Get that bag, bro. I respect it, you know. Man said the trainer. Has there ever been a Tottenham player go to Arsenal or vice versa? I don't know if you ever heard of a certain Sol Campbell. Ended up being our captain. But yeah, he turned out pretty good for us. Did Gallas go directly to Tottenham from Arsenal? I'm not sure. He might have. Adebayor, I think, went to City first. Maybe Gallas. I'm not sure if Gallas went straight to Tottenham. But yeah, Sol Campbell. We certainly had a good feast on that. You could say Harry Kane. He went from Arsenal to Tottenham as a youngster. Jagdeep said, miss yesterday's watch along, checked in when Curtly goes, I'm locking off this stream, no reaction. I was done, bro. I should have turned it off. I didn't want to let down the people, man, but I was done. Get that bag, Grealish, and not the handbag. Dominic Calvert-Lewin settings, eh? Brain said, if Conte stays, Kane stays. And if they get top 4, man, Conte ain't going to go nowhere, is he? He'll go for it next year. Oh, Gallas did go directly, apparently. Pat Jennings. Didn't even know that he went direct. Wasim said, Big C, would you rather get Champions League and Xhaka and El Neni stay, or Europa League and Xhaka is guaranteed to leave? Wow. That's tough. I mean, I'm trying to look at this from a logical point of view. I would hope that if we got Champions League, Xhaka and El Neni would be downgraded to squad players. So I'm going to go Champions League. I'm going to take a gamble. Xhaka and El Neni 4th and 5th choice, and we get 2 new centre mids. I don't know. Yeah, man said, fight. There's a fight at Man City, people. Gucci Gang Grealish has been touched by a player. He said, listen, man, you can't tackle Gucci Gang Grealish. Gucci Gang Grealish. Not happy with that challenge. Man got that Gucci sponsor, man. I respect it highly, people. Get that bag. Get that bag, people. Francis said Champions League. Hopefully we're getting some decent quality. Xhaka and El Neni would never play. Yeah, exactly. Triple G, people. I ain't talking about the boxer. Gucci Gang Grealish. Sounds like a new rapper from Atlanta. Yeah, man. Yeah, what you saying, man? Gucci Gang Grealish. We out here, baby. ATL businessman. You know, I'm sure that wasn't an Atlanta accent, but you get the point, people. Gucci Gang Grealish. Come on, man. You know, fam. New rapper. I'm telling you. I wonder what kind of products Jack has in his ear. Maybe he's got the same... maybe he uses Mikel Arteta's old gel, you know? Gabriel Jesus has been booked. He misses the next leg. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have played anyway. He never seems to play. I thought that was a decent American accent, although I probably sounded more... I don't know. It definitely didn't sound like I was from Atlanta, that's for sure. But, hey, it was some part of America. Maybe I was from Baltimore or somewhere. I don't know. Jack Gucci-ish. Grealish needs the Gucci headband. Bro, mate, he's got a headband as well. Why is he not wearing a Gucci headband, man? You know what I mean? Gucci Gang Grealish, fam. Arsenal need a striker in the summer. Yeah. We need a lot more than that as well, bro. I'm telling you, we need a right back, left back, centre mid, 2 centre mids, 2 strikers. Oh, is it New York, yeah? Mob Deep business. Yeah. You know what time it is, man. Southside, Queens, New York, baby. Mob Deep. New album in stores right now. Havoc, Prodigy. You already know what time it is, man. Shout out my man, Nazi in the cut. You know what time it is. Queensbridge, baby. Harlem, Brooklyn, BX. I think that's pretty good, to be fair. New York businessman, Gucci Gang Grealish, album in stores right now. I got a diss track out coming for Mick Ross, man. You know what time it is. Oh, De Bruyne shoots over. See, you can't get this on any other stream, man. You can't get this nowhere else. Sounds like prime Jay-Z. Nah, Jay-Z, man, I never used to like Jay-Z's voice, man. He was always like, yeah, man. Nah, I can't even do it. Nah, I ain't even going to do Jay-Z's voice. Let me stop. Would you swap Pepe for Cent Maximum? Yeah, why not, man? Gucci headbands at the carpet. Right now, Pepe, he doesn't even get played, so I'll take any winger over Pepe. Not because he's not good, but the brother ain't going to get game time. Big C, you sound like Lukaku. Innit? Lukaku at times turns into an American, don't he? I don't know why, but it is what it is. Some people saying I don't sound like I'm from New York. Sound like Will Smith. Joshua said New York in the place representing. Eddie and Ketty said, I'm a baller, Curtis. Maybe you're a basketballer. I don't know. Lucas said survival of the fittest. Mob Deep was a serious... Oh, mate. Mob. QB business, people. See who wins tomorrow, Chelsea or Madrid. Hala Madrid, people. Hala Madrid. Benzi. Oh, City with a chance. Foden shoots. It hits De Bruyne. Goes out for a goal kick. Hala Madrid tomorrow, people. Big Benz, man. Big body Benz tomorrow, people. That 50 million for Tierney ain't looking too bad right now. I can't lie, bro. Pepe balling for Ivory Coast. What up, Kerr? What up, Blood? Bro, the whole Infamous album by Mobb Deep is fire, bro. Come on, man. Mobb Deep, one of my favorite rap groups ever. Madness. Right, let's go back to the Liverpool game. It's a corner. New York brothers say, what up, son? What up, son? They say son after every sentence. Liverpool corner. It's cleared. Fabinho crossing opportunity. It's blocked. William Saliba said, it's so much better in Marseille than London. I'm never coming back. Where do you lot make these accounts up so quick, man? Yo, what happened to you, man? Oh, dear Saliba. Man said that album makes me want to rob my own house. Yo, wait till we do the hip-hop streams on Twitch. We can even play some music. Yo, you know, it's going to go down, people. I'm telling you, we're going to go to a next level. It's going to go, man said, word is bond, word is bond. I've been watching a lot of these Drink Champs interviews recently, man. I would love to do a podcast like with that format. Not necessarily drinking, because I don't want to promote alcohol, but, you know, that kind of setup. I love that. Man said rob his own house. That's madness. You listen to certain music, you walk out the house, you think you're El Chapo. You think, yo, man, I've just heard some music, man. I'm a prime gangster when I leave the house. You got to be careful what music you listen to, you know. Lucas said, Big C, you're really blowing up. Almost got the whole Arsenal squad queued up. Hey, if only, man. Is there a Twitch app? Yeah, you can get an app. Definitely. I have to admit, man, like I said, man, it is another world. The reason I like it is because, like Osman's saying here, the restrictions are wide open. There's a lot of things you can do there that you can't do here. YouTube will always be the number one. That's fact. Oh, Diaz could be in. Takes it round the goalkeeper. Scores! Luis Diaz. Game, set, and match. Game over. He is going to get hammered. Wow, the guy threw a stick at him, fam. Former Porto player celebrates in front of the Benfica fans. Man threw a stick at him. And that is game, set, and match, mate. Liverpool will be through. Great goal. Takes it around the keeper. What a ball by Naby Keita. Splits him in half. And he takes it round the goalkeeper. It's a great finish. Easy. Makes it look easy. He gets the perfect weight on the first touch around the keeper. 3-1. Game, set, and match. Former Porto man. Benfica fan threw a stick at him. That's how mad it is. Brave man to go and celebrate in front of their fans. It is what it is. Benfica are done. Get Darwin to the carpet, man. That's his Champions League run over. Yeah, that's his Champions League run over. Let's go back to the City game, see if anything happens there. Tony Cruz or Xabi Alonso? I love Xabi Alonso. I do like Tony Cruz, though, but Xabi Alonso, man, because I've seen him close up a few times, his passing range is ridiculous. Honestly, seeing it close up as well. Vegas Gunner, I've missed a super chat. Someone just said, here he is. Thanks a lot, bro, for your support. Do you think we'll be able to sign any more French or French-speaking players? Yeah, we can. But some of them will probably say no. Because if you're in the under-21s and you're with Saliba might say, boy, man, you don't want to go there. If you're in the French squad, Guendouzi might say, you don't want to play for that guy. You know, Aubameyang, Pepe, French-speaking, you know. So we can still get them, but I definitely think he'll have had an effect on the relationship we had with French players that was built up through Arsene Wenger, you know, and Thierry Henry and them guys. So definitely will be a more difficult opportunity. Joe, you know what? Someone asked this the other day, Fabregas or Cazorla? For me, Fabregas. I think Cazorla was a genius of a footballer, right foot, left foot. One of the best centre mids I've seen at Arsenal. But Fab was a leader. He scored penalties. He scored free kicks. He scored goals from open play. Got a number of assists. He was in the first team at 16. I remember him bossing Vieira when he was at Juventus. I just think Fabregas did way, way more for Arsenal than Santi Cazorla. So I would go with Cesc. But I do love Cazorla. I don't want people to think I don't rate Santi because I do, but Cesc is next level. Ederson's having a massive argument with one of their players. Look at Simeone running down the touchline. Look at him. Oh, Lino, book him. Simeone's he's a madman, you know. He really is. New music streaming on platform soon, produced by Coneman Music, Mickey Ross, featuring Chipral G, Gucci Gang Grealish. No French around here. Oh, man. Cesc was special, said Carl, 100%. When you're doing the worst 11, might do that next week. We got no midweek game next week, so we might do that next week. I wish Chowdhury said, Curtis, even as a United fan, I'm a big fan of your channel. What do you think is wrong at his club? An absolute shambles. It starts from the top. And I think sometimes a great manager can cover up for average owners. Man United don't have a great manager. Full-time whistle goes here. Manchester City have won 1-0. Liverpool game's got a couple of minutes left, so we'll switch over to that. Man United's recruitment is wild. They gave so much money to a novice in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 80 million on Maguire, 50 on Wan-Bissaka. You know, so much money on players that haven't worked. And now they're paying the price because I think a lot of these players need to be sold. But United need to appoint the right manager. It's all going to start with the manager. Get the right manager in the summer. Get rid of 6 or 7, 8 of those players. Bring in young, hungry, quality players. Get a system that works. And I think United will move in the right direction. But it may take them a while. It isn't going to happen straight away. Naby Keita was very lucky there. Just saw that his through ball got a big deflection. I thought it was a perfectly weighted pass. It was a big deflection. Oh, did Simeone not shake hands? Honestly, man, I don't like him. I got to be honest, I don't like him. I think he's horrible. I like Pep way more. I do not like Simeone. Simeone continues with his football terrorism. Oh, yeah, I'm tweeting it. Brain said best Arsenal channel. Appreciate that. Kind of disrespectful, bro. Pep's an elite manager, bro. You know what I'm saying? Respect what the guy's done in the game. Yeah, you probably have an argument, heated debate on the touchline. Shake the man's hand, bro. Shake his hand. You know? Shake the man's hand. I don't rate it. I don't like Simeone, man. I've got to be honest. Don't like him. I'd take him over Arteta, said extortion. Yeah, but I hate his football. Hate it. I know it gets results, and I know, like I said, maybe they play better against worse teams, but horrible to watch, man. You got 200 million up front and you don't attack. No, I don't like it. How are you not going to shake Pep's hand? It's mad. It's mad. Didn't even shake his hand, you know. Didn't even shake his hand. Still, you can shake hands. That's kind of lame. It is. Bro, you see boxers who talk all kinds of smack about each other, punch each other up. You see boxers even a lot of the time embrace after a fight. This man don't want to shake hands with Pep, one of the best managers of all time. You know? Highest paid manager in the world, you know? 35 million euros a season. I just think he lacks class, Simeone. I don't like him. Liverpool on the counter-attack. Can they get a goal? Simeone is a POS. He doesn't care, and that has to be respected. He's the villain, and he loves it. Yeah, listen, all that villain thing, I don't mind it, but I think you got to be respectful, man. I really do. I'm not a fan of that. I really am not a fan of that. And Pep is a top manager, man. Show the man respect. But Foden, absolutely balling since he came on. I've just put the Liverpool game on. We got a couple minutes to go. They've had a delay there for an injury. Who would you say is the best manager in the world right now? I would say Pep and Klopp are the two best. It's difficult to separate them. Simeone, no nonsense, traditional man. Yeah, listen, I respect that, man. I respect it, but I think sometimes, man, you got to look and go, yeah, man, that guy's achieved a lot. I respect what you've done. Didn't realise there was so much extra time in that City game. Did these games kick off at different times or something? I don't get it. Did they not have a shot the whole game? Let me check. I know first half they didn't even have a shot at all. Never mind a shot on target. One shot in 45. One shot in 90 minutes. One shot on target. No shots off target. Wow, horrible. Hope City go there and beat them as well. Oh yeah, let me stop the clock. Oh, I get it now. My mindset's way off. Switching between the games, it's mad. Listen, Simeone will probably be happy with a 1-0 defeat. He'll probably think they can get something out of that. Oh, chance there for Liverpool again. Keeper saved. I mean, they've had 6 minutes added on. I don't know what's going off. Fabrizio Romano's just tweeted, in the coming months, Arsenal will be in contact with the agents of Martinelli. They want to continue with him and offer him a new deal. His contract is up in 2024. It's something they want to get done as soon as possible. These men better be careful. We're going to talk about that story tomorrow when we talk about Arsenal, because we're now in a zone where you're going to have Martinelli and Saka with 2 years left on their contract. All you need is a phone call from Jurgen Klopp. And man don't want to sign contracts, and we've got a problem. So we're going to talk about that in more detail tomorrow. And also the Unai Emery interview, which I didn't get a chance to speak about today on the stream, as we had so much to talk about. So that'll be... Why is Bukayo Saka trending on social media? That's never a good sign. Why is Saka trending? Liverpool game has finished, by the way. 3-1, that's them through. Oh, he's made some comment. When we don't win, it really pains me. It really hurts. Arsenal means everything to me and my family. That's what they all say, mate. That's what they all say. Until somebody offers them a big deal in the Champions League. Anyway, we'll talk about Arsenal tomorrow, people. Liverpool have won 3-1. I'd say that's them through, 100%. 3-1 win, they're done. Benfica won't go there and beat them. And Man City have won 1-0. I mean, Simeone probably take that. Pep, still got to be careful with no away goals. Darwin Núñez got the goal for Benfica against Liverpool. Big up to each and every one of you for tuning in. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, link in the description below. We are going to try and get started tomorrow. I'll be on around 2:30 tomorrow because I'm doing Talk is Cheap in the morning. We'll do our Arsenal stream around 2:30. And then Chelsea v Real Madrid watch along tomorrow night. Join me for that. Hopefully an exciting game. Enjoy the rest of your evening or day, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll see you all tomorrow, people. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bless.